It's not a yeah. It's literally like this, and you have to literally like you're swimming. You have to move your legs and your arms on the ground to crawl because you have to get somewhere. It was painful, to say the least. What's up, YouTube? For it is I, Asia, and I am back with another YouTube video. If this is your first time here, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for coming. If this is you returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for coming back. Obviously, if you're here again, then that means that you like me as a person. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. And if you like this video, then, you know, hit that like button. Today, I'm going to be talking about tips you need to know before you are going off to boot camp. Okay, now I left for boot camp 3 years ago, right after high school. Graduated, went to boot camp. That's it right there. Yeah, that's it right there. Disclaimer: what I talk about is my experience. That does not mean that you're gonna have the same experience at all. Okay, nobody ever has the same experiences as someone else. Before I left for boot camp, I actually tried to look on YouTube for videos on like tips to follow before you leave for boot camp, but I could not find any. You know, it was 3 years ago, so you might have more luck finding videos now. I cannot find any videos online. I was like, oh my god, I'll just start a YouTube video so that people can be prepared. So anyways, here we are. I have my handy dandy notebook with the bookmark that I obviously do not use. So we're gonna get right into these tips. I got 10 tips for y'all, and maybe even a bonus one if you all are good. No kidding, you're not dogs. I didn't mean it like that. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started. My first tip to you all, if you made that decision that you want to go to boot camp, you want to serve for your country, and you have to leave, my first tip is right when you know you're going to do the army or, you know, the military in general, go ahead and start working out. If you are a person who does not work out, you hate working out, you hate sweating, you hate whatever, your metabolism is up there so you don't really feel the need to work out, then you want to go ahead and start working out. Working out is going to be the number one thing you do while you are in boot camp, and nothing tops working out. I love boot camp. Like, you're going to learn, you're going to train, you're going to do, you know, do different activities and stuff like that, but the main thing that you're going to be doing is working out, honey. Okay, when I tell you, you wake up and work out, you get dressed and then you work out, and then you go eat. Before you eat though, you gotta work out, and you gotta work out after. Go ahead and run up that hill. You want to eat all your food? Okay, go ahead and run up that hill a couple of times, and come do some push-ups and sit-ups. Anything that you do, really, like, you could just be standing in line and the drill sergeant be like, I feel like working out, go ahead and give me 50. Especially the first few weeks you get there, you're gonna be working out. Like, the first day you get there, you're gonna be working out. Okay, so just go ahead, get used to working out. And I'm not saying like do some like extreme workouts, you know what I'm saying, but I'm just saying like get your cardio up there, start working on your muscle memory, all of that, you know what I'm saying. Just get prepared. My second tip is to expect the worst but hope for the best. Now, don't expect nobody to put their hands on you, all right? That's a different, you know what I'm saying, that's a different story. Nobody's gonna be like, hey, you know what I'm saying, but I'm just saying, like, get ready to be put in situations and predicaments where you're going to be uncomfortable as you know what I'm saying. So, and hope for the best. Like, just hope for the best, okay? Yes, it's going to be uncomfortable. Yes, it's going to be dirty and stinky and just not fun at times, but like, honestly, it is what you make it. It is what you make it. Take it and you know, just go with the flow, still have fun, stay calm, and you know, you'll be all right. And this third tip, this is really for my ladies, because fellas, you're not going to have to worry about this. You're going to shave your head when you get there. Ladies, I want to say, if you do not know how to braid your hair, you need to start today, like right after you watch this video. You need to learn how to braid your own hair. Think about it like this: you're not gonna have a lot of times where they'll give you free time for you to do your hair. You know, you have to wear headgear, you have to put on your helmet or your ACH, like you're always wearing headgear, especially because like headgear is like the #1 thing that can really mess up your hair, because you wear it most of the time. Like when you're in boot camp, you're not really inside like that. You're not inside like that. Like when you go to war, you know, you don't like, though it's not like a war inside of like a gymnasium or something. Like war is outside, so you're going to be outside a lot, and you cannot, when you're training or when you're doing things, you can't just be like, oh, wait a minute, hold on, drill sergeant, let me slick my hair down real quick. Like buns and stuff, you know, slick down buns, they're good and all, but you want something where your hair is tucked and it's hard to untuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's easier to untuck your hair when you take off your cap or your ACH, and like, you know, the strands of hair, like when they're in braids, it's not going to really do that. Some hairstyles that are acceptable are braids, so like French braids. My go-to was the 2 braids, and then I like tuck them in the back. You can do that. You can do the 2 braids, and then like if you have hang time, go ahead and tie that up and put it in a bun. You can do a slick back bun. Actually, that's really about it, really, because your hair has to be tucked away from your face and put back. And not only do you want to learn how to braid your own hair, but you want to learn how to braid other people's hair too, okay? Because you can get paid, okay? You can offer to braid people hair for money, for stamps, because you're going to need to write letters. You're not going to have your phone. You're going to have to write letters to your people. Money, stamps, contraband. If someone has contraband, get your hustle on. And I promise you, it's going to be a lot of girls who do not know how to braid their hair. Also, you want to help your battle buddies out. Like, you don't want your battle buddy out here bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you know that she don't know how to braid, help her. She doesn't, and people don't always have to give you things for when you help them. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was in boot camp, I used to braid hair. I think I probably asked someone like once, you know, for like some stamps or something, but I really didn't need anything. I had my money, I had my stamps, I didn't have contraband. I had everything that I needed. So I was just braiding people hair because I had time and I wanted to help them out, because I know that they couldn't braid, and I know how hard it is to try to maintain a bun every day that you have to, you know, tailor to when you're in boot camp. So just help people out, you know what I'm saying? Just help. My 4th tip to you would be to get some rest before you leave from home. Before you leave from home to boot camp, get some rest, okay? Because when you leave, it's going to be a long day, all right? And this is my theory. What the Army does when they have a group of people coming to boot camp is, and I think they do this every day maybe, but every day they get as much people as they can from all over the United States into one area. You're gonna have like 2 or 3 flights, maybe even 1, depending on, you know, where you are coming from in the United States and where you're going. And these 3 flights are all throughout the day. Oh, that is my phone. I saw something on my phone screen and I thought it was on my wall, and I was about to say, look, you can have it. You can have this room. The Army basically tries to gather up as many people in a day to get them in the same area at the same time, so that we can all take the bus ride to base. So that same day, when you get to your base, you're not going to sleep at all that night, and you won't go to sleep at all until you're not going to sleep till the night after. I don't know why that took me, you know, forever to figure figure it out. And first of all, when you get there, it's going to be about 10, 11 o'clock at night, and they're talking to you about everything. They're making you feel stuff out, and they're just like giving you the basics of boot camp, or basic, whatever you want to call it. But after that, you go ahead and you get some of your gear, and that takes forever because you have to wait for everybody. It's not like oh, I got my gear, okay, good night, peace, good night, I got my gear, I'm going to sleep. Like, no, you get your gear and you wait for everybody to get their gear, and then by the time everybody gets all of their stuff, it's like 5 o'clock in the morning and it's time to eat breakfast. So tip number 5, this is tip number 5, is to not bring things that you don't need when you are leaving from home to boot camp, okay? Because they're gonna make you throw it away. First of all, you're only allowed to bring like a book bag, because you really don't need much. You just need like a change of underwear, change of socks, and a change of outfits, your toothbrush and toothpaste, whatever you need for your hair, whatever cosmetics, I'll just say whatever products you need, not want, like don't bring like a gold face mask, a 24K gold face mask, and be like, oh, well, maybe I can. No, don't bring it, because you're going to throw it away. You don't really want to bring anything expensive, just because people steal, for real, like people steal. Like, people are coming from all walks of life, all over the place. You just never know. Like, you just never know. Another thing, which brings me to tip number 5, which is, wait, what's that number 5? Tip number 6. Tip number 6, which is to be open-minded, okay? So like I said, these people are coming from different walks of life. You do not know these people. These people do not know you. These people were literally all raised differently, coming from different, places. Like, everyone is raised differently, different political views, different religions, different beliefs, different thoughts. So just be open-minded. You're gonna run into a lot of different people. The Army is very diverse, especially boot camp. Not even just the people, but about your whole boot camp experience. Like, just be open-minded. Don't be closed-minded, because then it's not going to be fun, and then you're going to be miserable. So like I said, it literally is what you make it. So just be open-minded. Like, when you're an open-minded person, life is so much easier. I promise you'll love it here. Tip number 7 would be to start to get in the mindset of one, okay? You are now a part of the military. And I don't know if you noticed, but when you fight with the military, you fight with a lot of people. You're not just going out in the battlefield yourself. You have to work together as a team to defeat this other team that is trying to kill you. So you really have to get in the mindset of working with one so that you don't get killed. Basically, that's basically what boot camp is in a gist. Now, even though, in boot camp, they're not going to put you in the field and give you guns and be like, go do a practice run with some enemies. You know what I'm saying? But still, like, they're going to put you in situations and make y'all do things where y'all have to figure it out and work together as one and get through it as one. This is just, another extra bonus tidbit. The Army do not play about equipment, especially while you're in training. You have to keep up with all of your stuff, all right? Just remember that. They don't play about you losing your stuff. They do not. Because if you in a battlefield and you lost your rifle and can't nobody find it, that means that the enemy has the potential to get your weapon and use it on you. So you never, ever want to lose your stuff. You always have to keep an eye on your stuff. You always want to keep an eye on your stuff. Them drill sergeants, when they see something laying around, and they be like, somebody left there, I'm gonna take this. And they won't even say a word. They'll just take it. They'll take it to see how long it takes y'all to figure out that, something's missing. And they want to see whose it is that is missing. But it doesn't matter whose it is, because the whole team's going to pay for it. Why is like my screen so dirty today? My drill sergeant found someone's rifle unattended. Now let me tell y'all about my drill sergeant, because This is actually my senior drill sergeant who found it. So my drill sergeants didn't play. Okay, out of the whole battalion, out of the whole company, we literally had the toughest drill sergeants. Like, I could stand 10 toes down on that we had the toughest drill sergeants ever. Sometimes our platoon, and your platoon is your group of people, sometimes we didn't get free time because we were working out with our drill sergeants. He found someone's unattended rifle, and this day we went to the range to qualify for shooting. And as soon as we got there, he was like, "Yep, somebody lost their rifle." So he literally made us run around that whole area and check each part. He told us to check each porta potty for the rifle until we can find it. So we're just looking. Of course we're not going to find it because the rifle is not even in the porta potty at all. It never was. Like, he just wanted us to work out. And then he was like, "Okay, y'all can go get y'all food to eat." Because by this time, everybody done ate. Okay, so we got the scraps. And what even made me more mad about the whole thing was this was French toast day. This was French toast day. And it was my favorite breakfast food ever. It was the best breakfast food they had there. I was geeked. I'm like, yes, I'm about to eat my French toast. We just got done working out, but it's whatever. Like, it's in the past now. I'm gonna eat my French toast, and it's just whatever. But when the last person gets their food, everybody sit down and eat. So we were getting ready to do that. You know, the last person got their food. We like, okay, bet we finna sit down. He's like, "Nope, don't sit down. Y'all need to eat standing up." And I was like, standing up? Okay, you know, it's whatever. Like, ain't nothing but a G thing, baby. Like, I'm just finna stand up and eat this food. It's whatever. But then he was like, "And y'all got 2 minutes to eat all of y'all food." You have to be shitting me. 2 minutes? I was like, why couldn't we have pancakes today? So we had 2 minutes to eat. Then we went to the range, qualified or whatever, came back, took a shower, got in our PTs. And he called us to formation. And then he goes to say that somebody lost their gas mask. And at this point, I'm like, y'all ain't learned yet. Y'all have not learned yet. So he was like, "I want y'all to go ahead and crawl in the pit until y'all can find it." This huge black pit. So it's a huge, it's called the PT pit. It's a huge pit full of rubber wood chips. It's pretty uncomfortable, you know. If you know, you know. You know what I'm saying? If you know, you know. It's pretty uncomfortable. And not only that, but the wood chips are black. So it's literally designed to attract the heat. The PT pits are literally designed to attract heat with them hot, crisp, hard, sharp rubber wood chips. And he was like, "I want y'all to crawl until you can find this mask." It's not a it's literally like this, and you have to literally like you're swimming. You have to move your legs and your arms on the ground to crawl because you have to get somewhere. It was painful, to say the least. And then afterwards, he was just standing there with the mask, like. Anyways, I say that to say, like, one person made a mistake and we all had to pay for it. So you really just have to be conscious of your actions, be aware of your actions, not even just for yourself, but just be cognitive of other people. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, I got the girls in trouble one time. This is what happened, and hear me out. I honestly still feel like I wasn't wrong. You have to go in the field for like 3 to 5 days for training. Like, you're literally in the woods for 3 to 5 days. When we got back, they tried to tell us that we couldn't take a shower. I said, "I'm getting in the shower." So me and like 2 of the girls got in the shower, and the drill sergeant somehow heard our shower water running, and they caught us. You know, we got caught red-handed, but I was clean, so like I didn't care. Yes, we took a shower, and after we took that shower, we had to do like a couple of laps. The girls were so mad. They were so mad. One of them ran past and was like, "I hope it was worth it." And I was like, it most definitely was, sis, because these little laps ain't nothing. I'm still squeaky clean, and you still got ticks on you. That was on me, you know, but I don't regret it. Like, I'm sorry, I don't regret it. I really don't. And like, even some of the girls was like, girl, you was not wrong, because I wanted to get in the shower too. Like, I know, girl, I know, right? My next tip is, do not expect these drill sergeants to be your friend. Out of all drill sergeants, they do the most, unfortunately. Female drill sergeants, period, do the most. Our first sergeant did the most. I digress. Just do not expect these people to be your friend, because no, they're not going to be your friend. They're going to be the opposite of your friend. They're going to be your enemy. Tip is, really quickly, this is a short tip, unlike my other ones. But my next tip is to have your family members and your friends send pictures of you and your family members and friends, okay? It's 2 reasons for this. 1, so that you can show people you are a baddie, okay? Because in boot camp, you are looking rough. Like, it's like you're in the trenches for real, and you look like you're in the trenches. Up here, and I'm gonna show y'all how rough I was looking, because it was rough, honey. And I'm probably going to embarrass myself, but it's okay, because I'm a baddie and y'all know it though. So y'all know. But yes, have those people send your pictures so that everybody can know how bad you are for real in real life. You do not look how you look in real life at boot camp. It's just, no, I'm not good. The second reason why I say that is because it's going to be good to be able to look at those memories and look at those people, you know, while you're going through what you're going through. Last tip is to, and this is for when you are at pre-boot camp, okay? Please remember this tip, please. I promise you this will help the beginning of your journey in boot camp, okay? Last tip is to not buy what you don't need before your shift day. Okay, so when you are in pre-boot camp, they're going to take, like, before you leave, they're going to take you to like the Army Walmart, and they're going to tell you, hey, get everything that you think you'll need for boot camp. Do not get everything that you think you'll need for boot camp. Only get what you think you'll need for like the next week. I say that because there's 2 reasons, okay? The first reason I say that is because the first weekend you go to boot camp, they're going to take you back. Like, they're going to take you back. So you don't need to buy everything right away. Second reason, this is the main important reason why I say this. So when you get to your unit, your drill sergeant is going to say, he's going to, you know, they're going to talk to you a little bit about the next steps, which is to get off the bus and go to the company. They're going to say, y'all got 30 seconds to all get off of this bus, go. And then everybody's just going to get up and like try to file out. Obviously, like, the front is going to go. When I tell y'all, as soon as I I literally, like, when I was waiting to get off the bus, I could not run, obviously, because there was people in front of me. So we were like slowly walking off the bus. When I tell y'all, as soon as I stepped foot off that bus, I was out of breath. I didn't even run. They tell you to drop all of your stuff, like everyone's bags, into one. Then as a whole company, you get a talk from the first sergeant and the commander. And then afterwards, they're like, okay, y'all go find y'all bags. And it's like, we don't know. So everybody's throwing bags around looking for their bags, and your products are going to be thrown around because it's in the bag being shook up. So when you finally get your bag, you go back to your platoon and they make you work out with your duffel bags. Like, they tell you, drop one, pick one up over your head, and like jog with it, like jog in place with it. So you're jogging in place with it, then you're dropping it, then you're picking it up again, jog in place, dropping it, pick it up, and all of your things are like inside, like just bouncing around. And not only that, depending on how much you buy, that stuff can be heavy, okay? If you want to lighten some pounds, which I highly recommend, do not buy everything that you think you are going to need for the next 3 months. Like, just don't do that. And now my last tip, because I'm going to give y'all a bonus, and this bonus is more on a serious, or this tip is more on a serious note, and that would be to just keep in mind that the whole boot camp is literally a mind game. Literally, it's a mind game. They are breaking you down to build you back up, and they're trying to see how mentally strong you are, and they're going to challenge how mentally strong you are. They're going to challenge you, okay? It's all an act. Like, drill sergeants are actors. They are. They're trained to act like that. Like, they're trained to act that way. So just keep that in mind, okay? Just, You know what I'm saying? Keep it in mind. It's not personal. Don't take it personal. Don't forget to have fun and just do it. You got it. You got it. That's all that I have today. I just want to say thank y'all for tuning in. If you have been through boot camp and there's some tips that I haven't gone over and that you want to highlight, go ahead, drop them in the comment section.